Hello everyone. So in the previous demonstration, we demonstrated how to set up and configure an OPCUA client in Codesys on a Raspberry Pi. We have a Raspberry Pi here. It's a Raspberry Pi 3B Plus. It's running Codesys Control Runtime for Raspberry Pi. We installed that already. And so like I was saying in the previous demonstration, we set up our client here to read data from the server, and we were able to read for variables from the server there. If I try to log in here, we can see that, or we can check that we're still able to read that data from those nodes. So we have a simple visualization here, and the server is basically generating some random data for each of the nodes that we have here. So you can see that we are still able to read that data here. So the demonstration really concentrated on how to read data from the server there. But in this tutorial today, we want to see how to write, not only to read, but also to write data back to the server. So for us to do that, we need a new node on the server that has some write access, so that our client is able to actually write or change the value of that node back on the server. So that is the goal. The first thing we are going to do is we are using this process server simulation software to simulate our OPCUA server. So we have those 4 nodes here, like we've already shown. And as you can see, all the nodes are, when you come here to access level, all the nodes are read only. So we can only read from these nodes. So we are going to add one more node here, and we should configure that node to be read-write, so that we are able to actually modify the value of the node from the client side. So to add a new node, I'll click on this folder, which contains our 4 nodes already here. Click on that, click on this add button here, select new folder, or rather new variable. Give it a name. So first of all, the node type, we shall keep it constant. It's been numeric with all the other nodes as well. I'll give it a value, for example, 1020 there. We want this node to represent, for example, the name of the OPCUA client, or the POC which hosts the OPCUA client. So we shall call this node OPCUA client name, for example. So the PLC, or the client, should be able to modify this node, the value of this node, with the correct name of that particular PLC. So that's a good kind of logic to test there. And then we should go ahead and click OK. And then we can do some more configuration here. So the node has been created. Now we have 5 nodes. So this is our new node here. So when we go to value here, first of all, we want to deselect this. And in order for us to modify the value of this node, then we need to set it to constant there. And then we need to select the base type, or the data type for this node. And this is a string, because it's going to contain a name. So select string there, and then we can give it an initial value. So we shall give it a value, for example, hello world. And that should do it for us. If we come back here to attributes, we should see that under value here, we have hello world as our value there. So we've created our new node here, and we should be able to modify the value of this node from the client side. So let's go back to Codesys first, and then add this node to our list there. So first, what we shall do is shall add a new variable here called PLC name, for example, and is of type string. And then we should also be able to enter that value from the visualization here. So I'll add a new text box here. I'll call this one PLC name. Sorry, PLC name. Then I will also set the text variable for this. So this would be, I'll browse here, select our new variable there, and then all should be good now. Oh, before we do that, because we want to modify the value of the variable, then we should also go down to input configuration, and then we say on mouse click, we add an action here. So we want to write variable, and input type is text input, and then we want to modify use text output a variable. So we should do it for us. And now, since we want to update our list, so remember we have 4 variables here. So when you come to data source here, we have under variables, we have all the variables that we are reading from the server there. So we want to add the new variable that we just added on the server here. So this variable here should also be added to the list here. So all we need to do is to click on this update variables button here, and that will reopen this dialog here. Remember we saw this dialog before when we were setting up our connection there. So when we expand under data, now you see that we have a new variable. And you'll see that the difference with the old variables or old nodes is that the access right is different. So since much as all the other 4 are read only, so you can see the arrow is pointing out, meaning read only. This one is read right because it has 2 arrows. One is pointing out, one is pointing down, or one is pointing out, one is pointing in. So that means that this node is read right, so you can modify it from the client. So click. Now we select it, and then we click OK, and now our list will be updated there. So now we have 5 variables or 5 nodes that we are reading or we are accessing from the server there. And all we need to do now is to come down here, and so here we are saying write data to server. Here we were only read data from server. Okay, I can change this as well. There. So now we want to modify or update the value of this node based on the value that we have on the PLC side. So we shall again call our global variable there. So data source dot data, and now we want to call dot OPCUA client name, and we want to assign this to this variable. This variable will hold our PLC name or our client name. Actually, we can also give it a default value here to be something like hello world, and then later we can modify it with the name of our own choice. I save that, and now I want to upload this code back to the PLC. So again, just to make sure that my runtime is running already, so I've got tools, deploy control SL. I'm connected already. I come under operation. I see that my gateway is running, and then my control for Raspberry Pi is also running. So everything is looking good. Now I should upload my changes back to the Raspberry Pi there. Username and then password. Click OK. Wait for a while. Click yes. Okay, now uploading. Okay, upload has finished, and then put it to run. And now, so if we go to our visualization here, we can see that the name is the default name, which is hello world here. So corresponds to the value that we have on the server here. So we want to change this name to something else. So let's say this PLC is located in the pump room, and we want to call the PLC pump room, for example. So I can modify this to pump room. There, when we check here, our name should change to pump room, and then when we go to the server, should also read pump from there, as you can see. So that means that we are able, we are writing and changing the value of this node from the client. You can set basically anything that you like. You can, it could be engine room, it could be, if it's a production line, it could be like, for example, cutter station. So I need to, so you can change this to, sorry, cutter station, for example, and then that should reflect back to our server here. So cutter station there. So that is how now you write back data to the server. So now we are reading data from the server, but we are also able to write back data to the server there. And everything is looking pretty nice here. So that is it for this tutorial. Thank you and have a nice day.